going back to the Old Testament. So we're going to be in Daniel. Daniel is a fabulous book to read. You find 4 great examples of very godly men who just stand by what they know to be right. Daniel and his 3 friends were taken by the kingdom that was ruled by Nebuchadnezzar. They would take the wisest men and the most beautiful women from the countries they raided, which was Judah, and they would take them and just bring them to his kingdom to be part of his. And they would try to turn them to Babylonians. They would change their names, take away their Hebrew names and give them Babylonian names. Daniel was his Hebrew name. They changed it to Belteshazzar, and his 3 friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, those are their Babylonian names, not their Hebrew names. They take their names and they change their Hebrew name, which is usually something beautiful about their God, and turn it into a Babylonian name, which is about the Babylonian gods, which is like the god of the moon, which those are pagan gods. Those are not their gods. So they kind of just take all their identity. They still follow the rules. They don't partake of the food that is against their religion to eat. And they decide they're only going to eat vegetables, and they still become strong men. So when Nebuchadnezzar meets these wise men after they have been trained up, he really takes to Daniel. He thinks Daniel is the wisest of all the men that they have stolen from their homeland. And so they're just wise men, and I think he uses them for counsel. Some are like magicians. Some are just like he asks them for their advice. So in chapter 2 of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar has a dream, and he's very disturbed by this dream, but he won't tell anyone what it is. But he wants them to tell him, hey, I dreamed something. I need you to tell me what I dreamed. Go. But they can't. They can't tell him what he dreamed, and they can't tell him what the dream meant. So this makes Nebuchadnezzar very mad. He's thinking that they should be able to do this. And his advisors, his magicians are saying, no one can do this. This isn't you have to tell us what the dream means so we can tell you what it actually meant, what the God's purpose was. Nebuchadnezzar's like, I know your tricks. No, you tell me. So Nebuchadnezzar orders all the wise men to be killed because they're worthless to him. This includes Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He knows this. Daniel prays. Part 2.